Welcome along today. My name's Craig Thompson. I'm the CEO of the ICE, and this is a webinar organised by the ICE on behalf of Dubai College of Tourism, our very innovative and active member, obviously based in Dubai. It's an unusual webinar because we normally organise webinars to discuss topics of interest raised by our members, and it's normally around excellence in hospitality, tourism education, which is the main focus of the ICE. This is a wonderful webinar because it's to discuss and to explain all the details related to an opportunity that's been offered by Dubai College of Tourism, and this is an apprenticeship that's been made available by them, created by them, along with their partners, Emirates Flight Catering. And this actually is exactly how the ICE is aims to work, which is to work on behalf of the members to offer the opportunities that occur within those members right across the ICE network. So it's tremendously generous of Dubai College of Tourism to offer this across the network. They've not kept it to themselves. They're offering it across the network to any graduates and students coming up to graduation that are interested in taking this opportunity. And so, without further ado, I'll hand over to Ellen Brookie, who's a member of staff at, there she is, just appears on cue, at Dubai College of Tourism, who is going to do a short presentation on the apprenticeship, and then we're going to open it up for question and answers, because as you know, that it's a very tight timeline with this opportunity, but we firmly believe that it's worth sort of pursuing that timeline and trying to get as many people as we can into this apprenticeship, because it's such a wonderful opportunity. So that's why we organised the webinar, so that we can answer all the questions that you have, and hopefully that you can go forward and make your application. So Ellen, over to you, and then we'll come back to questions and answers. Yeah?
Thank you so much, Dr. Thompson, for that introduction. So allow me to just introduce myself very quickly before the start of the presentation. My name is Ilham Buluki. I'm a senior manager in experiential learning at Dubai College of Tourism. And I'm really excited to share this opportunity of potentially becoming an apprentice, with a culinary apprentice within Dubai. Just a moment while I share my screen. So I'm happy to start to just share a little bit about DCT, and then we'll go into the details of the apprenticeship. So who are we at Dubai College of Tourism? So DCT was established in 2015 as a world-class vocational college focusing on on-the-job curriculum, provided within programs such as tourism, hospitality, events, and culinary arts. With Dubai College of Tourism being established within Dubai Economy and Tourism, a government body of Dubai Tourism, we're actually quite keen in supporting the D33 economic agenda, in developing current and future workforce, especially within the tourism industry. And what's really unique about us is that all of our curriculum is nationally validated, and we'll get right into it. So starting off, to just explain really the entire ecosystem under DCT. So we have multiple different pillars that really make us who we are, starting off with the focus within tourism. So we host a gamified application called Dubai Expert, where we have 50,000 students currently enrolled, and it's an opportunity for these tourism professionals to engage in the world of play while developing the most personalized itinerary for the persona that they are presented with within this gamified platform. So it's a very interesting platform that we've created for agents to experience and try to sell Dubai or create the best itineraries for people that are looking to visit Dubai. And then we have a second platform, which is Dubai Way, quite a popular one with over 140,000 different students enrolled, and this is another opportunity. It basically is a home to short video-based trainings, where it allows individuals to learn how to describe Dubai as a Dubaian would. So that's why we call it the Dubai Way. So to be able to speak about Dubai the Dubai way. And the third pillar, which is, as I mentioned, our college, we offer a range of different programs across tourism, hospitality, events, culinary, as well as retail, hopefully in the future. So we have so far graduated over 1,000 students within our range of different programs within certificate, advanced diploma. We have the pillar of Emiratization as well. So nationalization with over 40,000 students who have benefited from this service is basically allowing or supporting UAE nationals to join the private sector, and specifically the hospitality and tourism division within Dubai. Then we have an additional pillar of learning, which is DCT Online, now currently housed under Coursera, with over 5,000 students enrolled and taking online programs for hospitality. So you could find courses such as revenue management, whether it's F&B or rooms. You'll find different programs that are related to the tourism industry. And finally, anybody who is looking to be a tour guide or a safari driver within Dubai must go through DCT to receive their license for that. So we've had over 6,000 tour guides go through the training, and 3,000 safari drivers licensed and certified through DCT. So this is just to tell you a little bit about the world of DCT and the different pillars that exist under our ecosystem. Just some extra facts about DCT. So we have over 200 plus network within a network of industry professionals. So this would range across the different industries, like I said, whether it's tourism, hospitality, restaurants, events companies, travel agents, retailers, etc. Per year, we graduate over 100 students. Across our programs. We have a 91% employment rate, actually, which is now increased within this year, hopefully after this graduating class. And then we have a 97% satisfaction across our students, which is wonderful to see year on year, watching that number grow. So what really makes us unique? So I'll start off with the curriculum. So our curriculum is very much UAE related. So United Arab Emirates related. We focus a lot on the-job practical learning. And this really allows the student to take that skill into the industry. This is a nationally accredited qualification by Ministry of Education and recognized qualification by KHDA. Our instructors are also, other than very enthusiastic and engaging, they're actually still are industry professionals or have recently left the industry. They are, a lot of them also own their own companies related to that industry. So for example, we have events instructors that own event companies. We have individuals that are currently working within the rooms revenue management that are teaching the courses. So we keep the information very relevant, very much on trend and related to what is happening in the UAE today. And lastly is really our engagement with industry and our experiential learning aspect. So that includes involving the students within the industry as things are happening. So whether it's through getting them involved in events through volunteering, inviting guest speakers to each of the sessions that are relevant to the subject they're learning, take them within industry for visits, and we focus a lot on that connection with industry because obviously it all ties in together. So talking about the DCT apprenticeship itself, obviously an apprenticeship program is quite common internationally and is now officially a player within Dubai workforce. So basically, it's an opportunity for students to learn and earn while achieving a nationally recognized qualification, and take the on-the-job training and apply it in the workforce simultaneously as they're learning it. So obviously, after the program, the benefits of this is that you would be ready for the workplace. You'd achieve mentoring that is unparalleled, of course, because you're working with an industry partner. So then you would have a large network within the industry as well before even graduating. We have two programs available, and the one that I'm going to speak about today is the Culinary Arts Apprenticeship, and in the future we'll be hosting another launch of the Hospitality Diploma as well. So a little bit about the model and how it is designed. So as an overview, we have the apprenticeship program is a 2-year learn and earn model, as I explained earlier. The apprentice that gets selected within this program has a contract with an industry partner as well as with DCT as a student. They will be going through courses that, like I said, the curriculum is approved by Ministry of Education, and the delivery will be done through 40% of classroom training and 60% of industry training. The curriculum is a certificate in culinary arts. You go through all the different ranges of soft skills, which includes communication and interviewing and customer experience, but you also learn the technical skills that's required to be a professional in the culinary world through getting experience of cold kitchen, hot kitchen, and pastry baking. The assessment style is quite simple, so and quite straightforward. You would have some written tests and quizzes at the time that you are with us at DCT, but then you will include formative diaries and journals with your time at industry, and then at the end of the year you would have a practical examination as well as an oral examination. So just to talk a little bit more about your journey and collect more evidence on how the experience went. And this is how the structure is designed. So the first block is made up of a month of learning with 1 week orientation at the start. You would get to go through the different courses, especially the food and safety and sanitation, which is essential to the start of your time in culinary arts. Then you would learn some introductory courses, which would include obviously learning how to use a knife, which chopping boards to go for, how to clean as you go. And then some fundamentals, so the theoretical parts, but also you would have some practical days, of course, because you need to be prepared before you join the industry. So don't be worried if you have no experience, because we will get you ready to start at industry. So you would learn in the first block things like how to create stocks and soups and sauces, and learn how to work with different starches. And so all the essential recipes, the basic recipes you need to start within the industry. In the second block, you would go for about 11 months. And in that time, you will be learning the practical side of what we discussed, and as well as some additional things. So you will learn how to be within appetizers and working with meats, poultry, as well as, like I said, applying the practical sides of stock, soups, starches, fruits, and so on. In the third block, you'll do some more theory, learning how to prepare for a full-time career within culinary arts, and then learning a little bit of a wider view of culinary arts, which includes restaurant operations. So how does the front of house speak to the back of house and vice versa? And how do they interact together to have a successful restaurant running? And then after that, you go back into the industry and apply some more practicals, which is including seafood preparation, dessert, baking, and pastry. And finally, your last 2 weeks within DCT would be to take 2 more courses that are more theoretical. Really, then we take an even wider lens and we talk about the hospitality program. So introduction to hospitality, how does a restaurant function within a hotel? And then working on workplace awareness and communication, and working with different nationalities. As you know, Dubai is a melting pot of different nationalities. So it really supports your time within Dubai. And then we would finish that with the assessment, which includes a multiple day assessment of practical as well as the oral examination that I mentioned earlier. How does it work when you apply with us? So you start by applying through the DCT website under apprenticeships for the culinary arts program. You go through a DCT screening where you conduct a literacy and a numeracy assessment with us. And then we have an interview together to get to know who you are and really to understand your interest in the culinary arts program and why you're applying for the program. Once you make it through, you get passed on to the industry to conduct their interview, and they will also have their own set of assessments to complete. After that, we'll take you through a few more assessments at DCT and we'll provide you your offer letter. Some key points to be mindful of course, in terms of your commitment and responsibility as an apprentice. So starting off with your point of view as an apprentice, there's a financial deposit of 2,000 dirhams, the UAE currency. You have to then contractually be committed for 2 years as an apprentice, like I said, with DCT as well as the industry partner. You must complete all of the assessment requirements within those 2 years, as well as adhering to behavioral guidelines, and then submit your portfolios in time, as well as obviously meeting all of the requirements and professional behaviors that is required by the industry. In terms of an industry partner, they're responsible to, of course, recruiting you and making sure that you're suitable for the program. They will provide you a monthly salary to be a learner. They will cover all of your uniform costs. And of course, in terms of international students, this would include visas, health insurance, and accommodation. And of course, duty meals while you are on the job. You will also have, in terms of staffing, a line manager that is very much aware of the requirements of the program by DCT. And so they will help you go through all of your learning outcomes as well, and to make sure that within those 2 years you meet the requirements of the curriculum. And many times as well with partners, they go above and beyond, because every operation is special, and they will give you an insight on how they function. Academically, yes, like I said, they align with us in terms of work placements and rotations, and every organization that you join will always have the facilities required to make sure you meet all of the requirements of the course. In terms of DCT, we are responsible with obviously assigning each apprentice with an academic advisor who will often visit you and make sure that you are working aligned with the program outcomes, and that you are meeting your requirements consistently, that your journals are correct, that your evidence collection is sufficient, and make sure that your rotation is happening successfully. Then, of course, we are responsible for conducting all of the in-room classes, in-classroom training that is happening within the blocks at DCT. And we're responsible for making sure of all the accreditation requirements during your time, registering you within the national qualification framework, and as well as supporting you with your graduation process. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening. I'm eager to hear all the questions that you'll have waiting for me. And I'll stop sharing my screen. Yeah, thank you so much for that time. Thank you so much for letting me share. I could go on about apprenticeships forever.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll just say a couple of things, and then we'll open it up for questions. In fact, if anybody's got questions, maybe if you can put your hands up, and then we can come to you, or indicate through the chat that you've got a question to propose. Just let us know, and then we'll come to you with questions. What we wanted to do through this presentation is explain a little bit about DCT, which Elam did, because obviously we understand that you'll be moving to Dubai, and you'll not only be part of the apprenticeship system and therefore joining an employer, but also be part of DCT. So we wanted to explain a little bit about DCT, which Alan did. I know DCT very well. I've been there several times. It's a really dynamic, really exciting institution, which is, as you can see from Alan's presentation, is really sort of experienced in working in a different domain. So particularly the online domain, with all their programs there, the Dubai Way, and the tour guiding, etc., that Alan sort of alluded to there. So they've got a really sort of dynamic approach to education, which I think basically would be good to experience. But they are leading the way in developing a new wave of apprenticeships with industry, and it's definitely a mode of education that's growing rapidly, and it is exceptionally popular with industry and with educators, because it does sort of blend this ability to learn and earn at the same time. And from your point of view, from anyone that's thinking of applying to this is very much your like foot in the door of the industry, because generally you would graduate and then you have to go through the process of, okay, I'm a new graduate, you don't know me, but let me apply to you, tell you how wonderful I am, and let me get a job with you. Well, this removes that process, or replaces that process, because on
Maybe
this
I can
approach,
also add,
yeah,
maybe I can
of
also,
course,
sorry, maybe I can also just add there that within our typical full-time programs, we also see that the students obviously they go through the exact same courses, but they do it completely at DCT, and they graduate and start working as COMI threes, or potentially then if they study further along and they go through the advanced diploma, they really jump up to a COMI one position. But what's unique about the apprenticeship is that, yes, you're going through this, but you are starting as a COMI three. And after 2 years, you would have had experience as a COMI three, which is obviously the frontline position. So it's wonderful to see actually your start point is already way ahead.
yeah, it's really a fantastic way to say to gain more experience, but also to get that foothold in the industry, which is so important to moving forward. I think most people will know of Dubai and already know of its reputation, but if you've not been there, it's a fantastic place to live and to work, and you really get the feeling that it's the centre of things that are happening, and again, particularly in the hospitality and tourism world. So,
This year
uh,
we
it, it, yeah,
this year we
yeah,
were awarded the top destination by TripAdvisor's Traveler's Choice for the third year in a row. And last year we had about 18 million visitors, and of course we're going to be surpassing that this year with no doubt. So it's just record-breaking every year, and it's phenomenal progress that you're seeing within Dubai. So it's definitely somewhere to be.
yeah, it really is. In terms of starting your career, there's no better place than Dubai to do that. And yeah, obviously with a company that's as global and as recognised as Emirates Catering, then that's really yeah, that's the really a sought after company to be with. That's going to take you places. So it really is like a golden opportunity. If there's people, I don't know the background of the people that have attended. If you don't have culinary experience, as Alan said, that's fine, because the program will lead you through the whole process, and assume no prior knowledge. On the other hand, if you do have culinary experience, well, that's just going to be to your advantage. Yes, you might be covering ground that you've already covered, and you may have the skills, you may have experience, and you think, well, but I've already done that. Yeah, that's fine. That would just mean that you learn it again, but in the Dubai context and in the Emirates Catering, Flight Catering context. But you'll have advantage, of course, over other people that not had that experience previously. So it will fit no matter what your previous experience or profile is. So yeah, it really is I say, suitable for whatever stage you're at in terms of your culinary experience. Do we have anyone that's got any questions? I'm sure I'm sure we've not covered everything. I'm sure that there's something you need to know about the application procedure or the process itself. Please let us know. There is ones in the chat. So okay, we've got a question here. What is the timeline for the whole process of admission? And that's from Parjuman Tanwar. Thank you for that, Parjuman. I hope I'm saying your
So
name right.
the courses will be starting on August 18th. So orientation will be about a week before. So we would have you within Dubai by then.
So we know that's tight. We know that it's not a lot of time. However, it's sufficient time. So Alan sort of identified the numbers of applications, or the process of the application that you have to apply through DCT first and go through assessments there and interviews there, and then with the company. But there is sufficient time to conduct this, and there is sufficient time definitely to get all the administrative requirements in place for that start date on you said the 18th, didn't you? I think,
Yes, I will type that in the chat as well.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? So, nothing coming in as yet. Just explain can you go through the what's provided again, just so that in terms of accommodation or transport or
Yes. So
because people might be concerned about that.
Of course, once an apprentice is onboarded, they would have accommodation and transportation to and from the workplace and home. They would get 2 duty meals while they're on the job, and of course, there's food and accommodation, laundry services, uniforms, insurance. There's some extra allowances as well from the organization. Typically, it really depends. Honestly, I'll allow them to explain that within their own interview process. And then they of course receive a salary from even when they're at the blocks with DCT. And the only tuition that is required from the apprentice is a 2,000 dirham 2,000 dirham deposit for the program fees.
Yep. I think we should, it's worth explaining as well that 2,000 dirham, by the way, is around about 540 US. I'm just doing the conversion there. So it's 540 US dollars. That is a fraction of the normal cost of apprenticeships, because this has been subsidized specifically for this opportunity. So there has to be some financial input to support the process and all the administration associated with it. But as I say, the actual amount that's required is a fraction of what is normally required for an apprenticeship of this type. There's also flights provided, I think, from the home.
As an employee, yes. So you would be you would have within your annual leave, there will be the flight allowance. But I would have to confirm the inbound flight, yes.
Yeah, okay. So yeah. So essentially, again, and I can imagine if people are joining us, again, I don't know where you're joining us from, but if you're joining us, let's say from the Philippines, I can imagine this seems like a huge undertaking within a matter of weeks. But literally everything is covered and is provided for you to get into this opportunity, and then for you to transfer to Dubai and to start the process. And I know, again, from working with the Dubai College of Tourism very closely, that the care that they provide and the support they provide is excellent. So it will be a concern that there's so much to do, but believe me, you'll be supported right the way through the process. So I do hope that that it's not too daunting and that people will apply for this.
And just to add to what you said earlier, for about $540, you're receiving the education, employment, and of course then a network of chefs that you'll be working with, and the wealth of knowledge that will come with that over 2 years. And like we said, Dubai is opening something new every single day, so the opportunities are endless as the outcome, afterwards, after your graduation.
Okay. Does anybody have any other questions.
This information. Yes, so the visa will be provided by the employer.
Yep. So that was a question through the Q&A. Is the visa already included in the 2,000? Yes, it is. So these will be provided.
Thank you so much.
Okay. We won't stay on just with silence, so we'll because we know that everyone's got things to do. Hopefully, those that are attending, the thing that you've got to do now is go off and apply. so hopefully we've convinced you of the opportunity. As I say, this is the first time the ICE has promoted an opportunity like this. We wouldn't be doing it unless we really believed in how what a strong opportunity this is. And thank you. We'll cascade the information to our students. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Please do sort of feel free to obviously to apply. But if you've got any questions, if we end this webinar and you meet a guard, yeah, I should have asked that. Then please just get in contact with us. Have we got an email for you, Helen? Would they contact you, or
I can definitely. I mean, applying to the website directly will give you access to interview time with me anyway. So I
okay.
definitely will be the one conducting the interviews as well as a chef as well. There will be a chef with me. So as soon as you apply, we're conducting interviews this week, next week, and hopefully the week after as well.
Okay. How can we contact you for faster transactions and inquiries?
You can maybe connect with me through LinkedIn as well.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just put down my email right there. And, I'll forward it to our admissions.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, so the thing to do is, yeah, if you're going through the Dubai College of Tourism portal, and it's under the apprenticeships section, I think. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, I will just drop the link on the in the chat as well.
Okay, thank you.
Just a moment. The chat, so you can go ahead and apply on that link.
That's excellent. Thank you. Okay, there you go. You've got all the information you need about this tremendous opportunity. You've got the link for applications and for further information. So it's over to you guys now. Please do take advantage if you're able, and we wish you success in your applications and your future career in Dubai. Wonderful opportunity. And thank you, Alan. Thank you for
Thank you so much. Thank you for the chance. Thank you.
Okay. Bye
Enjoy
all,
the rest
and
of your
best
day.
of luck. Thank you.